Hi, it's Melanie here from Starborn Agency, where we take agency over our lives. And today we are going to talk about the seven Hermetic principles, and I'm going to be taking one principle out for us to explore. I'll make a video sometime where I go over all of them, but for now we're going to break it down and go over each one. Oh, I got the word care, which is the all-encompassing principle. This is like the outer shell of all of the seven Hermetic principles. So this is actually the eighth or lost principle. I kind of leaned this way because I was going to put it back because I forgot that I put this one in there, but it's the perfect one to start out with. Yeah. So we are going to run with it. So all of creation exists because of the word care. And when I created this, I put all the seven Hermetic principles on here, but you'll see the outer ring, it says care multiple times all the way around it. So again, look at it like the outer encompassing principle that brings forth all of creation. So some of the other principles, since this is one of my first videos, the all is mind. So everything in the universe is mental. It doesn't necessarily mean human mind, though that's part of it. It's more like the universal mind, where anything can be programmed into expression, and everything in this reality has a blueprint that was first created in the mind. And once we really truly understand this principle, we become very powerful creators. The next principle is cause and effect. I think we all learned this one in science growing up. Basically, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The thing that's important for people to know is with the law of cause and effect, it doesn't happen immediately. So if you do something really bad, you don't immediately get slapped in the face, right? The universe is much more mysterious than that, but all the causes that we put into action will have effects. It's law. So that's a really important one to understand because there were times in my life where I would say, right brain imbalance, overly trusting of spirit, overly trusting of my version of spirit. And I would think that cause and effect didn't apply to me and that God would just have my back because I was a good person, you know? But the truth is, gravity is a law. And if I were to step over a cliff, I would fall to the ground and probably get hurt because that I am subject to the law of gravity. Well, we are all subject to the law of cause and effect. So the decisions we make will have an effect. Another principle is the masculine and feminine. Everything in creation is birthed from these two aspects of creation. It's not necessarily masculine and feminine like male and female human, but that is part of it. It's mostly about these energies that are within all creation. The feminine is also associated through the law of correspondence. We can understand this, but the feminine is also associated with the left side of the body, left brain. It's also connected to creativity and the reliance on spirit and intuition in navigating the creations in this world. And the masculine is often more associated with the left side of the brain, which is linear and logical. And so that's just one way we can sort of see masculine and feminine played out in our lives is what polarity of the brain are we expressing? And if, yeah, anyway, so that's a whole video, masculine and feminine. And then the law of correspondence, which is pretty much one of my favorite ones to talk about, is how the inner world is a reflection of the outer world. The microcosm is a reflection of the macrocosm. And as above, so below, as within, so without. I know that's a lot, but basically it's linking things in the universe. You can know about one thing by studying something similar to it because it's just I need to slow down. Anyway, the law of correspondence, I think of the ear and the spiral of the ear. And then I also look at a seashell and look at the spiral of the seashell, right? Start to see that Fibonacci sequence all over the place. So the universe is speaking to us and always seeking to teach us. And so the reason I love doing these videos and playing with cards and symbols and archetypes is because all I'm doing is playing with the I need to slow down. I get really excited talking about this stuff. Playing with the law of correspondence, right? So I'm seeing similarities. We have the law of polarity. There's really no difference between things like hot or cold. Really, truly, what it is it's temperatures. Same goes for all polarities in this reality. Everything is polar in nature, and it relates to the vibration that we want to align with when it comes to where we interact with that polarity. And that leaves me to the last two, the vibration. I just sort of mentioned that basically you can attune yourself to infinite vibrations, and those vibrations will all express differently. So this is a great way you can be a powerful creator by aligning with the vibration that you want to play in, right? And that can be understood as like, what's the vibe in the room, right? You've been to a party and the vibe's kind of bad. You're like, oh, not a great vibration. I'm going to get out of here. Or maybe it's amazing and it's popping and everybody's hugging and laughing and having a great time. That's a fun frequency, right? So who we are and as we attune to the frequency that we want, we're going to attract more of the experiences within that frequency that we want. So it's a really great way to play with reality by understanding the law of vibration. I think about movie The Secret and the book and all that. It's kind of that, right? Just align with the frequency that you want to experience. And that's the life you'll create. And that is a law, it is principle. But you got to understand cause and effect in some of these other ones too. And the last one is the law of rhythm. You may have noticed we're subjected to rhythms all over the place. The solar system, day and night and seasons, and our own daily behaviors and how we interact with those rhythms. We are subject to the laws of rhythm. And as I continue to awaken, I realize that we're still going to have the rhythms, but what we can do is attune our vibration and align with a rhythm that is more joyful and playful and expressive and more in divine alignment. Anyway, so here is my natural law piece. Put a lot of time into it. I probably should paint the bottom just to be like perfect, complete. But this is based on the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus. They called him the thrice great one. And now that I've been understanding these laws, they are just showing up in so many aspects of my life. So if you are a seeker and wanting to understand the nature of reality, 7 Hermetic Principles. I don't have the book with me right now, but just Google it. It's called The Kabbalion. So it's really well written. So that's all I'm going to do for this video today. I didn't really realize I was going to go into natural law, but it's a great way to start my series. And I'm just so excited to share all the things I've learned and all the insights and intuitive hits I get around you who's watching this and how best to help you. I'm really excited to do this channel. So like and subscribe and know that you are loved.